Well, everyone, it's one day post-op. I had my gallbladder removed yesterday morning. It's crazy. So 5 a.m. check-in. So, the hospital is like an hour away. So we had decided to grab a motel room the night before. And got up at 4, and, they give you the special soap shampoo to wash your body with. I guess it's to help staph infections or whatnot. And, of course, no coffee, no cigarettes until after your surgery. I did pretty good. I get a little cranky without my coffee. I did good. I did do good. I was out, y'all. I was out. I think they started at 7. And I was probably out of the room by 7:45, or out of the operating room. And we were home by 11:30, and that's with our drive. I did good. I was really amazed. Once again, this is just a support group. I am not a doctor. I don't healthcare affiliated, nothing, y'all. All I know is my gallbladder was playing havoc on my system. It's really strange. It's like a size of a pea pod, and it's right behind your liver. And for a little old thing, it's like an inch long, maybe 2 inch long. It created a lot of problems for me. And I wasn't sure if is it alpha-gal or is it gallbladder. I think I was like overdosing on my alpha-gal meds, if that makes sense. I did not know if it was my gallbladder or my alpha-gal. I just assumed it was my alpha-gal because I'm not familiar with the gallbladder symptoms or whatnot. So I'm very surprised. I have cut down. I was just telling Tim, I haven't had alpha-gal medicine in 4 days, except my Femidin, of course. I take it once in the morning and once at night. But zero children's Zyrtec. I just haven't, no HD. I haven't taken any histamine blockers either. It is amazing how much the gallbladder was affecting me. I didn't realize that. Like I say, it's been 4 days without alpha-gal meds, and I'm really surprised. I'm doing really good, y'all. Sticking with the alpha-gal diet, and I haven't had any flare-ups. That's knock on wood, right? Alpha-gal knocking on the door.
It's okay.
Kaylee is saving us. The dogs were saving us, y'all. Nobody's here. Nobody's here. They just, I'm knocking on wood, and they had to put their 2 cents in, and there's the other 3 cents. I just can't, how many people I've come in contact with that have told me they've had their gallbladder removed. And it just really, it's almost like a normal conversation, I guess, with people is, do you have your gallbladder? You ever had it removed? Or it's just crazy. And then I think how many people with alpha-gal have had their gallbladder removed, and the percentage is quite high. Probably a good 80% of us with alpha-gal have had our gallbladders removed. I'm not quite sure why. I don't know what the correlation is, your gallbladder with alpha-gal. I do know that after everything I was eating was making me sick. It was like food was attacking my body. I'm thinking it's alpha-gal. Gallbladder. It's just crazy. I would eat like a regular alpha-gal diet and think I'm being okay and I'll be safe. And my whole body would just blow up like a toady frog. It would, my histamine levels would just spike or, but without that gallbladder, and all it does is just store bile. You could live without it. I mean, I'm not even quite sure why we have it. I don't even know why we even have our appendix, but whatever. I was just wanting to do a quick video. Like I say, one day post-op. I didn't do a video Wednesday because I was getting packed up and getting the car ready and whatnot to go on, look for motel rooms and whatnot. You know, we were pretty busy Wednesday, and, you know, I just wanted to touch bases and let you all know is sometimes maybe it's not your alpha gal, maybe it's your gallbladder. Now, when I've had to be like rushed into the ER 4 times in like maybe the last year, you think it got worse over time, but they would never take it out because my the gases, you know, through the blood work were fine. But they did a CT scan or an ultrasound and found out that I did have a gallstone that was 2 centimeters big. I guess that's fairly big for a little pea pod. But it was too big to go into the bile duct. So it was acting like a rabbit water bottle stopper, you know, that little black ball. That's what it was doing with my gallbladder. And they gave me this medicine, and one doctor told me, well, just take this medicine and you'll be fine. People live the rest of their lives with these gallstones. Well, sure enough, I went and seen my primary doctor, and she goes, oh no, honey, you need to get that taken out. So they went ahead and removed it, and I feel better. I mean, you know, as far as being just one day post-op, I don't know if I'm supposed to feel worse. You know what I'm saying? Because my gallbladder's been acting up for like 2 years, and I've been diagnosed with alpha-gal for 2 years. So I wasn't sure, like, once again, if it was my alpha-gal or my gallbladder. Or what their correlation was. Kind of like me dropping my phone all the time. Constantly dropping y'all. I don't mean to drop y'all. But anyhow, that is my gallbladder story. I do, you know, I thought I would have like 3 holes, like in a triangle, and that's where they pump you full of gas so your organs float away from each other, I suppose, where they can access the gallbladder. Me, on the other hand, I have 4. And it's not even in a triangle. It's a straight line from the belly button all the way to the right hip. 4 lines. And I don't feel like poofy. You know, I'm not full of gas. I can remember the anesthesiologist coming in and talking to me and after surgery, and I was pretty out of it. But I do think he came in and he said, take gas X if I get a certain buildup of gas, that they thought they got it all. Or am I dreaming that? I don't know. I was pretty drugged up. I was drugged up about, Tim says I was pretty drugged up about that. But I could have sworn he said they got a lot of it out. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I was hallucinating. I don't know. But it went good. So I was in surgery, I don't know, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. It wasn't a very long surgery at all. You know, just to pull out a little pea out of my body, a little pea pod. You know, but I'm home. I'm doing good. And I'd like to know what, you know, alpha-gal and the gallbladder is. Because once again, I do know they correlate, but I just don't know how. I wish I could tell you. But like I say, with the blood test, the gas for my gallbladder didn't say it needed to come out. But the CAT scans did. It did see that there was a fairly large stone. My general practitioner said, let's get it out. A week later, it was gone. So, there you go. I'm just amazed that I am off all my alpha-gal meds. You know, so that's what I wanted to share with you, my win for the week, I suppose. Right? Or, that's my win. So, you know, like I say, I'm not just trying to get this support group going, and it's been a struggle, y'all. I look at my views, and, you know, I get 40 views or 24 views per video, and that's okay. It's going to take a while for the community to build up. You know, I do hear, you know, every day on the news that alpha-gal is growing. More and more people are being diagnosed with it. So I'm just going to be patient, and I'm just going to continue the alpha-gal support group that I'm starting, and, you know, leave your comments, y'all. We love reading them. Even my other subscribers will read them, and we can all learn from each other. You know, the medical field certainly doesn't know much about alpha-gal. They really don't. It's nothing like I was terrified, y'all, of going to the hospital and having the surgery. I wanted to make sure that my surgeon knew about alpha-gal, and she did not. She knew very little, I think. She knew very little. I mean, she knew about it or heard about it, but didn't know a lot about it. And when I told her that, you know, certain meds that I couldn't have or whatnot, she really surprised her. And they did some research as far as what kind of pain meds I could have. So I could tell y'all that I'm on zero pain meds. I don't even take I haven't taken an Advil either. You know, so I don't know if that means I'm tough or not. It just means that I'm leery, y'all. It didn't come from my pharmacist. It came from the hospital pharmacy. And although it did say alpha-gal, I needed alpha-gal meds, I'm leery. I just don't want to be sick, you know, recovering from surgery and just getting sick because they put mammal products in one of my meds. And I want to, you know, they gave me this new drug. They're trying to get rid of the opiate addiction, I guess, in America. So they basically gave me they can't give me Tylenol, but what they gave me was like a Dorvax or something like that. It's just a real mild. It's right up there with Advil or Tylenol, and I can take that. You know, especially if that's all it is and not knowing if it's alpha-gal safe. Although they say it's alpha-gal safe, I just don't trust pharmacists. Okay, everyone. So, there's my rant on my gallbladder. Like, comment, subscribe. Please leave comments so we could all learn from this, because I do know a lot of people with alpha-gal have their gallbladders removed, and I just want to know what the correlation was. And we'll see you on the next one. So, drink your water, don't eat any suspicious food, and stay beautiful. Catch you on the next one.